Okay, guys, we are back at it with the top pre-market gainers. These stocks are exploding in this pre-market trading session. Things like LYT, SINT, and OSRH are the ones that lead today's pre-market trading session. Although it doesn't seem to be coming in for too much bullishness. Um, Let me press refresh on that. Make sure that this is the most up to date. But pre-market and pre-market stock. So when you be seeing people go for these pre-market stocks, pre-market runners and stuff like that, they usually have a tendency to pull back and sell off. These stocks here create a very, very, very powerful opportunity for traders and investors. Like this, for example, right here, you got LYT. Okay, here we go. These things just updated. Okay, you got WAWK. And yeah, when you're on your platform, you're advertising like that, sometimes you got to refresh it to get it the most up to date. Now we got WOK came in for the pre-market explosion from $1.99, about $2. It slowed down yesterday into the pre-market and the after hour session to about 3, and then woke up this morning and exploded to $5.38. This one here is still holding up at $5 and up over 100% in the pre-market trading session on top of the 20 almost 30% that it gained upon yesterday for a total of about 130% so far on WOK stock. This is Work Medical Technology. This one here didn't come out with any hot significant news or anything of the such to there was no catalyst. And again, lets me remind you guys that stock doesn't necessarily need to have a catalyst just to come in for an explosion. Anything can make that stock move. It could be almost anything at all that'll get a stock actually exploding, whether it's about to have a short squeeze or whether it's about to have news or not. You know, as long as you got enough retail going in there and you got some and you got some big whales loading up. Like right now, you go see on WOK on your move investment platform, you can see you even got the extra larges coming in at this exact time. Right now, no extra larges, but a lots of larges, mediums, and smalls coming in here right now, as WOK did just flip a gap all the way back into about $5. Again, they always come in to fill up that gap. That's what you're going for. That's your target. To fill up that gap. It's gonna get big resistance around there. But they'll come in and fulfill that up real quick. You get a hot explosion like on WOK. If you go look back on WOK on your daily chart, notice that it did go back down to 52 of those. Hasn't been out for too long. So you really now it's looking to see if it's gonna hold up over this $4. And if they do, then they'll probably have another hot spike to about $7. We're pulling back from there. But this is very good on WOK stock. Then you got FGEN coming into second place, leading the pre-market race up from the lows of 54 cents. They went up to the highs of $1. Fibrogen is a very active and popular one as this company is engaged in developing and commercializing a diversified pipeline of novel therapeutics that work at the frontier of cancer. On this uptrend right here on FGN, we get ready to see a quick dip come back in. Um, when you seeing these stocks start to explode, you know, I know a lot of people probably get excited. A lot of people get excited for it, seeing them at the top. You know, it's a trend, and maybe everybody's gonna go for it. Then it came out with some news about how trends is to buy Fibrogen China unit for $160 million. You know, but it's making bearish divergence. It'll probably have a quick pullback, especially do keep in mind if the markets decide to come back in for a more bearish formation in today's trading session, and the markets are up at new highs right now, record highs right now of 6,144. They're set for a pullback, literally. So you want to make sure that you're moving carefully and accordingly. Okay, your stock looks like it's the best one in the world, getting ready to continue to explode. But if the markets always take dips back down when they make the record high, like you got the Nasdaqs and the Dows and the S&P 500 getting ready to take a quick dip back down, as I'm showing you, they're actually overbought and getting ready to, I just say this stuff for nothing. You know, you probably have a couple of your stocks that are slowed down as well, just to help anybody avoid any confusion or so like that. When the market's gonna turn red, you're like, oh man, why my stock's going down? It's probably 4,000 decliners on the market, and your stock is just one of those stocks that's diving down. It's not even the worst one because you got to at the 52-week low where you should be getting that, same as everybody else in the bank will be Discord. Then if the market's turn red, your stock probably only going down about 3-4%. That's if it's even going down on a red day. No matter what, you got your 7 to 15% stop loss. So always be ready. You got a 7 to 15% target as well. Now,
Morning.
hey, good morning, good morning. Currently just finishing up a video real quick on these pre-market penny stocks, okay? And see, we got APTO going from 13 cents up to 25 cents, getting very volatile in this pre-market trading session, holding up here at some decent highs here at 22 cents. They did come out with some very good news as well about how Aptos announces positive clinical safety review committee approval to dose escalate in phase 1/2 Tuscany trial of frontline triple drug therapy with clubasutinib amid complete responses and favorable safety in first cohort. That's very bullish on APTO, and they even let us know right there we finna be coming out with another response, another update from this stock that's starting to get big resistance around that 22 cents after filling up they gap as they do. You're lucky if you get a pullback on APTO stock. Um, I am for anybody who has been on break from bankability or the last week or whatever, just not coming back. My alerts now only go to the premium traders along in the premium sections. Make sure that you are upgraded to the premiums to be able to get my alerts. I will as well be going for our spies, IWMs, and the opening and all that stuff like that. Make sure that you have an exit strategy if you are newer to trading. It's time for you to start putting together an exit strategy. I don't know if you want to stick to my 7 to 15% stop losses or if you want to go for a little bit of stretch further. But like as soon as you are entering in on a trade, whether it was from days ago or even just at that exact second or whatever it is, you need to have an exit strategy. Okay. How you got a PRPH going from 21 cents up to the highs of about 60, almost 70 cents on PRH. Slowing down a bit right here, some big resistance as they are starting to fill that gap and become overbought on your um daily chart trading time frame, but lots more room to grow. As you can see off the weekly chart as long-term investors looking at PRPH still feel like this thing can go up to about $2 to fill up the rest of that gap. And that will happen in a more instant move once the real squeeze happens in a TPRPH stock. Because what we're seeing right now in PR and PRPH stock is nothing. It's just it's just the beginning. It's just like the first little rounds of what's going on, of what's to come for PRPH stocks. So breaks past. I mean, this is first phase last, so they still going to have to come in for a hot piece of news or something as well. That's something to keep in mind. Next, you got CYD. Last one, you got CYD. They came in for a hot spike. Most everyone open. People probably really not even noticing this stock like that at all. With an average volume of 53,000 and a current volume of 85,000. This one goes from $9 up to $21.21 on CYD. I didn't catch CYD. Let me know if you caught those. Like I said, when it comes down to those super low stat stocks like that, lots of people won't even notice those things. We got some hot updates and alerts for their foulings along in the Bank with Billy Discord. I'm glad I just looked at this to be able to remind you guys to make sure that you are checking out their foulings. Those foulings are news, just news to those who know how to interpret it. Like you actually read that thing, it actually tell you actual events and upcoming catalysts and stuff like that for the company. Like I say, it takes some time to be studying all of that. And these are the top pre-market gainers. Apologies to rush through this so quick, but I gotta go update the options real fast and the futures real fast for the stock markets. Everybody knows what their targets are, and I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in there. Happy trading.